Sometimes I cry, and oftentimes I weep. Heavy heart of mine, Lord had no time. I wish they would
Yeah.
understand my pain just by looking at me. You wouldn't believe I've been beaten and bruised, mistreated, abused. I just wanted love, and I attracted pain until I found power in a higher place. Or so
Wow.
they say. I found the God in me. I found the God in me. I pray, I pray. They try to convince me, take away my shame, try to hold me in past ways, try to tell me I'm worthless. The queen of me awoke the God in thee. I prayed, burned my sage, walk barefoot day by day. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid. Angels come, here cold rain. I found the God in me. I found the God in me. I prayed, whether I go or I stay, it will be okay. Whether I go or I stay, it will be okay. The shadow's gone, here come the rain, clearing out all this pain. I found the God in me. I found the God in me. I prayed. I prayed.
All right. A Day with Dre, episode 2. You are now tuning in. Shout out to AshleyCae. Her new single. Is it anything? Oh my God. I'm trying to hold it together. It's so angelic and so spiritual.
Thank you. It made me tear up, and I wrote it.
Yeah. Wow. What was the process of, writing something and just, it seemed like it's perfect. So, man,
Yeah. I mean, writing it, the song is pretty much like a church hymn to myself. And
yeah,
I wrote the song to kind of give myself peace. In the
yeah,
midst of all the chaos with dealing with cancer and stuff, it was a song I just wrote to my soul just to give me peace of mind.
yeah. Well, it brings me peace as well. Y'all, I am with AshleyCae, the multi talented queen. I just want to give it up to you. I love you so much.
I
And
love it.
man, where do we start? I met AshleyCae um just a few months back,
Mhm.
and I missed her event, and I got a chance to take her out, and just to support her and her vision and her dreams and her goals. She's very multi-talented, um and she's just a great person, and it's just a blessing to have her on A Day with Dre, my second episode. Would you like to introduce yourself, Queen?
Yes, so hello everyone. I am Ashley Kay. I'm an activist, poet, model, and a writer. And I'm glad to be here with you on your second episode. I'm so excited.
Yeah. Wow, man. Wow. Yeah, it's definitely a pleasure to be here with you as well. And um where do I start? Do you want to talk about where you grew up? You know?
Yeah, I grew up here in Flint. I grew up mostly on the south side where I am now. Um, I've been here most of my life. I did spend a couple years in Texas, but I always came back home. I
Yeah.
graduated from Southwestern. I went to U of M, then I went to Mott. Now I'm doing like a dual degree program between both schools.
Mm.
Um, I mean, Flint's my home. I will always tell people like I'm from Flint. Whenever people hear, "Oh, you're from Michigan," they're like, "Oh, you're from Detroit." I'm like, "No, I'm from Flint."
Yeah. Wow. It seems like music has been a talent and an outlet for you for some time, being that you're so gifted and talented. What do you remember when you first started off,
Mm.
or
Um,
what kind of impacted you like to start music?
Yeah, so I actually didn't start music until 2021. The same year I got diagnosed with cancer is when I actually started doing music. And the next year is when I dropped my first album, which was Poetic Advisory. Um,
Yeah.
I've always been an artist though. I've been a spoken word poet for almost 20 years now. So I've always like performed, but I never recorded anything or did actual music. So I just recently started doing music. And so it's still like a new adventure for me, like just discovering my sound, discovering what I like. But for me, I've always just been a talented person. And for me, I wanted something that people be able to remember me by, and
Yeah.
I wanted to have it in a place where they could always be able to go back and listen to it. And so it just inspired my first album, and then I did my second one. Then I dropped my single, and I was like, I'm kind of good at this. So I just really got into it.
Okay, Dr. Wise Word, the Black
Yeah,
God. How many different nicknames do you have? Do have you counted?
I
I
have a
know you're loved by
couple.
many, and when you're loved by many,
Yeah,
many people give you many names.
yeah, I have a couple. A lot of my friends that I've had for like 10 plus years know me as Dr. Wise Word. That
I
was
like
like my original pen name. Um, Also, like AshleyCae. Um, some people call me Queen. I love when you call me that. That's something
that.
very
Yeah.
few people call me. And my brother Courtney Bell, he calls me Goddess, and that's
Yeah.
something I really never had anybody call me. So you're right. Like when you're loved by many, you got many names, and I always tell people, as long as it's something positive, you can call me anything. So
Man, well, I want to share a bit of our story. Um, and it was the time I was with my homeboy, and I had called you, and I FaceTimed you, and how much of a pleasure it was for, I mean, him to say, "Wow, you know Ashley K, and you can actually get her on the phone right now." And I was like, "Yeah, I'll FaceTime her right now." And that interaction is something that I look forward to in my journey of, becoming successful, with somebody being happy to see me and don't know me. And so you're already there, and I'm pretty sure a lot of your supporters and fans and family, friends are going to be so elated to see you get to your success and where you're going. And so I just want to give you your flowers as I did physically. I just want to give them to you right now.
thank you.
Wow.
I really appreciate that. That means
Yeah.
so much to me because I've told everybody, anybody that cross paths with me, I want people to remember me by how much love and light I have.
Yeah.
I don't want them to remember me being sad or remember me in the midst of my suffering. Like I want them to always feel love and light, around me.
Yeah.
And so that means a lot that you said that about me.
For sure. Well, um, you've done a lot for me, and I tell everybody that I can't complain because Ashley Cae is still maintaining and doing everything. She's, you know, I seen you on Much to Discuss. I seen you with GS to Dream and a lot of the guys around the city, and I'm motivated by that. I tell myself I got to do more because I know with your battle and with your journey,
Mhm.
it's very difficult for you to do everything you've been doing, but you've been making it happen. And would you like to expound on that, your journey and what what you've been battling? How can people reach you and how can they support you?
Yeah, so I'm battling terminal cancer. I have leukemia, and also have breast cancer. I have two different cancers. So my battle with cancer started in 2021. That's when I got diagnosed. Now I'm in like the end stages of my cancer, but I always tell people, this is not the end of my life. This is just the beginning. I'm just
Yeah,
beginning a lot of the things I'm doing. And so I just tell people like the time I do have, I want to make the most of it. So I'm trying to make the biggest impact I can, whether it's
yeah,
the way I speak to people, whether it's inspiring people, whether it's my activism or my art or my poetry, or even if it's just being a listening ear. I want my impact to last way past me being here, you know? And it's just important for me for people to remember um, to share your gift. We all got a gift.
yeah,
And my gift has just been my words. I'm really good with my words. And so um, I do encourage people to follow my story. It is a very important story. I feel like because I've been able to use my trials and tribulations to open up the doors to show people like this battle with cancer is a hard battle. A lot of times
yeah,
people don't see the real darker side of how cancer really affects people. And so I've been open and candid about a lot of the stuff I've dealt with. I've gotten some negative things from people like, oh, you shouldn't be so dark, you shouldn't be so gloom, but it's like I'm living in reality. I'm walking in
yeah,
these shoes every day. It's not being dark, it's not being gloom, it's what it is, it's the reality of it.
yeah,
Um, my stories all over my Facebook page, my Instagram page. My mom and my godmother started a GoFundMe page for me to help raise money because unfortunately, insurance doesn't cover everything. Cancer is an expensive disease.
yes,
Um, and, it's just, I only have my mom and my brothers and my friends really. My dad passed away in August, so my dad's not here. And I have my godmother. So it's like, I got my small circle. They try to help me put things together when they can, but it's a very expensive disease. Um, so we're raising money. I sell my art. I also am a painter, so I sell my art to help raise money, just to pay for things. The biggest problem I would say I deal with is just pain.
yeah,
And pain medication is one of the most expensive things to pay for, and I'm not ready to give up on myself yet, and I'm still fighting. And so, I just want to bring people on the journey of me fighting. And, so whether my fight lasts another, 30, 40 years or lasts another 3 days, I'm fighting. So,
yeah.
I want people to fight with me.
We're fighting with you, and we are champions because we choose to fight together and we fight for each other. And I just want to say, um, my condolences to those who have lost loved ones due to cancer, and my condolences to your father.
Thank you.
I lost a lot of great people due to cancer, and it's a battle you have to fight, unfortunately. And I just
Mhm.
want you to know that I'm fighting with you. Flint is fighting with you. It's people all around the world who's fighting with you, and I just ask that everybody, if you are watching this podcast, go and search Ashley Cae on every platform and figure out how you can support her in her journey because she deserves it. She is one who has made an impact. She's done everything, possible for our community and so people can see a signal of strength, hope, love, talent, and everything there is. So I just want to tell you I love you, Ashley Cae. Really, I do.
I
You
love
know
you
that.
too.
So
I do, and I appreciate you so much. You are
yeah,
such like a gentle, chaotic soul, and I
yeah,
love that about you because you're so authentically yourself. And
For
so I'm
sure.
so blessed to have crossed paths with you in this realm.
Yeah. Man, so with the music, with the art, which I mean with the modeling, with everything you do, which talent would you say you enjoy the most?
Probably my poetry, because poetry
Yeah.
was like my first love. So I would say like my writing is like probably my favorite talent, and it's my talent that cancer can't take away. So like
Yeah.
cancer has like kind of taken my ability to model away. Um, it's sometimes it takes my ability to like be able to paint, but it has not taken my ability to use my words. And so for me, that's like my favorite talent I have.
Oh yeah. Well, is there any spoken word that you do?
Yeah, oh yeah. My whole album, Black God, is a spoken word album. Um,
Okay.
so yeah, like all my poems too, I memorize like in my head. So all my poems I can like perform like that. So
Yeah. Black God, y'all. Find it. Listen to it. Ashley K on
okay.
YouTube. Ashley K on Facebook. On every platform. Ashley K.
Mhm.
And listen to Black God and that new single. It's on fire. Is there any artist from the city right now that's your favorite
I have a lot of favorites, honestly.
or that you would like to feature with?
So I want to feature with Taylor Tatum. Me and
Yes.
her have crossed paths so many times. We've done things and stuff together. I got to do a collaboration with her. Me
Yes.
and her have talked about it and stuff, but stuff always happens with my cancer stuff, always causes hiccups. But I'm going to do that collaboration with her. Before all this ends, I'm going to be sure I get that collaboration with her.
I grew up with Taylor. Well, I didn't grow up with Taylor. We went to the same school.
Mhm.
Taylor's she's very versatile, just like you. She's
She
very
is.
artistic, she's very eccentric, and she puts on a great show. If you haven't been to a Taylor Tatum show,
Y'all got
then
to see her perform live. Oh,
yes, go see her perform for sure. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, I think Ashley K and Taylor Tatum would be a really great collab.
oh yeah, for sure.
I just saw the Ware Twins and Day Day Flint
Mhm.
perform the other night, and a host of other artists from Flint. And when I tell you, they all put on the show. Every last person rocked the show like it was their opportunity. And so, yeah, I would love to see everybody collab with each other at least one time. You know, on the album, especially while everybody is still, you know, trying to get to where they're going. I think we're gonna
Mhm.
be the stepping stone for one another, so we all can,
Oh
be
yeah.
successful. Really, we all got the
Flint
answers
has
for each
like
other.
such a unique like Flint has such a unique sound, right?
Yeah,
That like people are trying to mimic, but it does not sound like how we sound. Like our sound is so unique. And
it's
so that's what
original.
I love about the art here. Like there's so many creative people, like from poets to singers to rappers. Like
Mhm.
the talent here is top tier.
Yes, very top tier. And if you haven't heard any music from myself, Dre
I
Hood,
have.
if you haven't
Hmm.
heard any music from Ashley K, please, please, please. All it takes is one song, and then you're gonna listen to all the rest of them because we pour our hearts, our souls, our minds, our traumas, our our purpose into our music. And so and it speaks volumes that we can come together and we can share such a genuine connection, outside of this. And so I'm just so elated. This was a dream of mine. So I am very, 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 very happy that out of the mud, George and James created a platform for me, A Day with Dre, to have my second episode, and I'm so grateful for Ashley K,
I'm
who
glad to
is the
hear.
queen, and it is, um, man, I'm coming to tears again.
It's okay. Tears are just cleansing the soul. It's all right. It's always
Yeah,
good to cry. It's just cleansing the soul for real.
Man, all right. All right. Yeah. Well, is there any shout outs you want to give? Anything you want to let people know what's coming up next? Any of
Yes,
your
I want
handles you
to
want to
let
give?
everybody know that I am going to drop another album. Before this is all said and done, before anything happens to me, I'm going to drop one more album.
Yeah.
And the album is called The Orphan Poet. It's going to just have a bunch of very vulnerable poems on there. I'm going to collaborate with a couple artists from around my beautiful city. Um, and this is going to be like my last hurrah, I think. And it's just important for me to do this with other people around me. And
Yeah.
I'm just so excited about the project. Um, my brother, Courtney Bell, he's out of Detroit. I've talked to him about it for a while, like just creating different art. And the best advice he ever told me was like, just be yourself. Just be you. You know, he's the one who inspired me to go by my name. Because originally I was going to go by Dr. Wise Word. And he was like,
Yeah.
no, like, go by AshleyCae. Like, the world's going to know you. Go by your name. And at
Yeah.
first I'm like, my name's AshleyCae is boring. I'm like, it's not interesting. But, you know, now I'm AshleyCae and people know who I am. And it's a beautiful thing because it feels good just for people to see me. You know, I've always kind of been like the person behind the scenes, like with my activism stuff. I'm always like behind the scenes and the front, like, but people never knew who I was as a person. And so my art, my poetry allows me to display a different version of myself most people don't get to see. So the orphan poet is coming, and that's gonna
The
be
Orphan Poet, y'all.
yeah, that's
Go
gonna be
look
my
out
big
for it.
project.
I just was on Much to Discuss, y'all. If y'all missed the episode, I just told them that same thing. So go watch my episode with Much to Discuss. Art class was the only class in school that I could express myself and I could get my pain and my trauma out. And it
Mhm.
kind of this year is when I started feeling that same feeling with music. So I'm fairly a new music artist as well,
Mhm.
but it's like that outlet that I never knew I had. I started off writing poetry as well, and then it went to art, drawing, painting, and then now it's music. So I'm glad I can really just be in your space to feel your energy and get your strength and your just everything that you are. You're a very beautiful person. I just want to let you know inside and out. And if you haven't met Ashley K, when you do, you'll feel it. You'll feel what I'm talking about. It's just it speaks for itself. So
Thank
um
you.
y'all got something to look forward to. Y'all got a lot to look forward to from Ashley K. Um
You'll make me
and
cry.
y'all got a lot to look forward to. And I have a lot to look forward to with you all. So please, please, please go support everything that she's doing. And this is my second episode. If you haven't saw my first episode with Jock Giles, definitely go check it out. Shout out to Distant Clothing. And do you want to let them know how they can reach you on all your social medias?
Yes, so you can reach me on all my social media at Ashley K. It's AshleyCae with the capital C.
Yep.
My last name is Lee, but you know, I'm kind of pulling a Beyonce and just going by my first
Yeah.
name. So you can find me on all social media platforms, or you can find me under Dr. Wise Word. 9 out of 10, that's me. So you can find me everywhere: Instagram, Facebook. You know, throw a
Yeah.
bat signal. I'm around. Call my name, I'll pop up.
Yeah. Well, I got a song I want to do called AK. It's gonna be A, then CAE, and it's gonna
That'd
be
be
about you. That's gonna be hard. I
I
can't
love
let
it.
them know too much that's going on, but I can let them know that I got some stuff I might have to get a little feature or some spoken word and just get everything, man. Oh my god, man, this was a great episode, y'all.
Amazing.
You want to
One
play
of
Black God before we go?
my last ones. Oh yeah, I'd love to if you can. For
Yeah, we're
sure.
gonna have to play Black God. Hopefully, it's not another tearjerker. Shout out to the hymn. I love it. Oh my god, man. So we're gonna end it off, y'all. Have a good night, and shout out to Out the Mud again. Shout out to James. Shout out to man. Shout out to George. Shout out to everybody who's supporting Dre Hood. Everybody who's supporting AshleyCae. Everybody who's supporting Out the Mud. Shout out to Flint. Shout out my family. Shout out to God. Shout out everything, man. I could do shout outs all day. This
All
is
day.
one of the best days of my life, and I think this is gonna be my favorite episode for life as well. So I didn't expect to cry. Oh, the sun
See,
is on, y'all.
I knew God was black when I heard them say he never leave nor forsake you. Like a black mother who loved her son from corner to corner. Whether he was a life giver or taker, she loved him because she created him. Isn't that like God still loving his damaged creation in spite of it all? See, I knew I was God and God was black. When I heard my mother say he may not come when you want him to, but he's always on time. Now don't that sound like some CP time shit? Always wonder if he gonna show up when you ask him to. Just in the nick of time, your favorite spade player comes. Y'all back to back games throwing spades like warriors, untouchable. I knew I was God and God was black. When I watched my brothers get crucified like him. Instead of crosses, they use pavements, still in front of their mothers. Ain't it interesting how we keep repeating ourselves? Judas walks among them, still calling himself friend, still calling himself they nigga. See, I knew I was God and God was black. When despite of the circumstances of this world, the beautiful in the mix of the chaos and the martyrs, mothers bring forth life. The world keeps on rolling and spade games keep going on and I keep writing poem like scripture, hoping it would touch and heal even a bit like it would do if you touched his garments. I knew I was God and God was black. When I found him in me, the reflection of his existence, you can't tell me the spirit ain't real. When I walk into a room of people, he's there in flesh, a smile, and laughter. And that's how I knew God was black.
Wow. Well, there y'all have it. AshleyCae, the Black God, the Queen. Wow. I love you.
I love you too.
This is the second episode of A Day with Dre with AshleyCae. And if you're tuning in, I love you. Shout out to my city, man. I wouldn't be who I am today if it wasn't for everything that was meant to hurt me. I wouldn't be the better man I am today. And I just want to, again, give you your flowers, AshleyCae, for being who you are and even making it tonight. I know I know it's tougher for you, but I just want to give you your flowers again and tell you I
Thank
love you.
you.
Yeah, I love you, Queen. I hit you
I
up.
love you too. Thank you.